Back in March of 2022, Chapter 23 of Dead by Daylight Ringu released to live servers and with it a brand new killer and survivor. The Onryo aka Sadako for the killer and Yoichi as survivor. With Yoichi, we got a brand new interesting boon perk called Dark Theory, which since its release has been one of the most underwhelming perks in Dead by Daylight, and it's considered one of the many niche, close to useless perks in the whole game, with zero changes since its release. But if the perk is so bad, why did it never get any changes? Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. My name is Andrekens and today we're going to be talking about Boon Dark Theory. Why is it niche, why it hasn't received any changes during its release, and how behavior could buff or rework the perk to improve it and make it more viable and appealing to survivor players. So first of all, let me tell you how the perk works. Dark Theory is a boon perk. So what that means is that you have to find a Doll or Hex totem and press the second action activity button to bless the totem. Blessing is an action that takes 16 seconds on a Doll totem and 28 seconds on a Hex totem. After you bless the totem and you are inside its radius of 24 meters, you get the following effect. You get a 2% haste effect while in the boon's radius. The effect lingers for 4 seconds after you leave the boon's area. Now at first, the effect doesn't sound so bad, right? In theory, no. But in practice is where things get a little complicated. First of all, you have to find a totem to bless, which on its own as a concept is not that ideal like other perks, that need no requirement to be set up and can be used immediately when you hop into a trial. Usually perks that have any requirement to be activated, either that is to be unhooked or set up like some of the other boons, the effect is usually pretty good. In some cases situational, but good. Dark Theory requires a setup and the effect just isn't worth it. Now if this perk is so bad, why has it never received any buffs? Well, I can't really be 100% sure of this since I'm not the developer of behavior, but my bet is because of its synergy with the other boons. On its own, it doesn't do much, but it can be combined with the other boons like Second Feeling, Shadow Step and Exponential, and combining all of them together you get double healing speed, no scratch marks, ability to pick yourself from the ground, no aura reading, and the fact that whoever brings the boons, the whole team gets the effect if they're in the radius. It's essentially extra perks for your teammates, which is why boons can be easily adjusted. Funny enough, none of the boons have been changed since their release except Circle of Healing, which was absolutely broken for a while and an absolute nightmare for killers to face. But since its rework for a few years ago, boons haven't been in the meta of Dead by Daylight since. So where does this leave Dark Theory? Is it the worst perk of its kind? No, since Boon Illumination exists, but that's a conversation for another video. To compare a perk with similar effect to Dark Theory, let's talk about the old version of Made for This, which gave you a haste while being injured. You might think, oh, it was easy to activate, so how much haste did it give? 1, max 2%? Nope, it gave a 3% haste effect. While being injured, with the added effect that when you healed another survivor, you gain endurance for 10 seconds. So not only this was a stronger no requirement whatsoever perk to activate, and it belongs to Gabriel Soma, who is an original survivor, which makes it more accessible than Yoichi, who is licensed, the perk had an extra effect on top of it. Let's also look at it in a different angle. Boon Shadow Step. Its effect is pretty similar to that of Distortion. Yet Distortion was recently changed, but even before, it worked with a stack system, so if you have a stack, then your aura will be hidden from the killer for 12 seconds, and you will leave no scratch marks as well doing that. Shadow Step has the exact same effect, only it's infinite, while being in the Buddha radius, so in maps like RPD, Midwich and Larry's, that are also indoor maps, Shadow Step can be stronger than Distortion. Unlike Dark Theory, with even after the Made for This nerf, it's a perk that just can't find its place to be useful in any given situation. So now that we examine what's wrong with Dark Theory, let's discuss ways it can be improved. First of all, a very simple way to buff the perk is to increase the haste effect from 2% to 3%. And even if that's not enough, in the end then to 4%. Keep in mind you still have the restriction that this perk needs to be set up and the killer can snuff the boon forcing you to have to replace it. So a 3%, maybe 4% haste effect will be totally fine, I think. But then I would add a secondary effect to the perk, which will be as followed. When you're in the boon's radius, the killer can't physically see you unless they're within 32 meters from you. It's a similar context to the Freddy add-on where he is not visible further than 24 meters or whatever, or the Wraith base kit ability that he's not visible while cloaked from 20 plus meters. We have yet to see a survivor perk with this effect, and I think it will completely suit Dark Theory, and it will be very interesting to see. Keep in mind, this is 32 meters from the player, not the boon. So you could tone down the numbers a little bit to 28 meters or 24 meters, depending how strong it would be. That's all from me for today, guys. Sadly, Dark Theory is probably not getting any changes anytime soon, but it was a video I wanted to make because some perks in Dead by Daylight just feel overlooked and left out even where they suck and need a buff. Don't forget to let me know about all of your thoughts in the comments down below and to check my socials in the description down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed. I will see everyone in the next one. Have a good day, guys. Bye bye.